Welcome to Money Control's Business News. Here are the top developments. Markets closed flat ahead of Bank of Japan and US Federal Reserve key meetings. Byju's in settlement talks with BCCI for repayment of dues. Piyush Goyal says no rethinking on supporting Chinese investment in India. India should have single direct tax regime instead of two, says Revenue Secretary. And Indian Oil Corporation net profit falls by 75% to Rs 3,723 crore on low refining margins. Now let's dive into these top developments. Indian markets erased most gains and closed flat, tracking mixed global equities ahead of key rate decisions from Bank of Japan and the United States Federal Reserve this week. At closing, India's benchmark Sensex rose 0.12% or 99.56 points, while Nifty settled at 24,857.30 points, up by 0.09% or 21.2 points. In intraday, the Sensex gained 459 points, while the Nifty jumped 136 points. The Board of Control for Cricket in India on July 30 informed the National Company Law Appellate Tribunal that it is in initial settlement talks with Baiju Ravindran to settle its dispute with Think and Learn Private Limited. Solicitor General Tushar Mehta, who appeared for BCCI, said the matter may be heard tomorrow. They are in talks. The NCLAT accordingly adjourned the case on July 31st. Senior advocate Mukul Rohatgi, who appeared for the US-based lenders of the company, told the NCLAT that the plea was disposed of after the insolvency order and he is seeking to appeal the order. The tribunal agreed to hear all the applications on July 31st. Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal said that the Indian government is not rethinking its stance on foreign direct investments from China, indicating that the country may continue to exercise increased scrutiny on investment from Beijing. The Commerce Minister cited Chief Economic Advisor Ananta Nageswaran's Economic Survey 2023-24, which pitched for more FDI from China. The survey points out India's ballooning trade gap with China and prescribes a shift to capital from the neighboring nation to lower this import dependency. India's trade gap with China widened to $85 billion in the previous fiscal from $83.2 billion in 2022-23. India should have a single personal income tax regime instead of two, says Sanjay Malhotra, Secretary of the Department of Revenue, Ministry of Finance. He noted that a significant 70% of taxpayers have already opted for the new tax regime, signaling a clear move towards the simplified new tax regime. Speaking about the higher capital gains announced in Budget 2024, Malhotra said, "We did study of 2022-23 of 10.5 lakh returns which have capital gains from land and building. Effective LTCG tax rate was 11.54% on real estate in 2022-23, which is less than tax on salaries. It is a very small tax increase in LTCG on real estate." The Indian Oil Corporation Limited reported consolidated net profit of Rs 3,722.63 crore for the first quarter of the current financial year, a decline of 75% from the year-ago period. The company posted a profit of Rs 14,735.30 crore in the year-ago period. The decline in profits comes amid low gross refining margins. Sequentially, net profit was down by 32% as the company reported net profit of Rs 5,487.92 crore in the quarter ended March 31st.